started, but I'm very much passionate with the internet. And same day, Siddhi and we went to one event which was hosted by Sano.
Right, Sano.
And at the time, we went there and we just sit, and there is one ISOC meeting was going to be held.
Yeah.
And I went and I just sit at there.
Sabrina was there. Sabrina Wallman.
And informal committee going to be formulated, but someone is saying that from banking he will be the treasurer. I was the founder treasurer at the time, and then my journey was started from the. Then I became treasurer, general secretary, vice president, and president. Now I am past president. And in 2013, my first ICANN journey is ICANN 45. I got first fellowship. Same. I tried 6-7 times and I got fellowship. Then literally I don't know the ICANN full acronym at the time. Now I'm more familiar with the ICANN stuff, and we have almost Nepal SIP. Under my leadership, I hosted the Nepal SIP and Nepal IGF, and in 2020 we are going to host the
APR IGF and APSIG as well.
Thank you, Ram. Yeah, please, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I also started with internet governance with Internet School of Summer School of Internet Governance. So I think my story is like every other person. But I'm going to do what they did to me that day, and that's what I'm going to. I'm passing it on right now. Is there anybody here who is new, who hasn't got any constituency in ICANN? Like, are there people like that?
Unattached.
Yeah, unattached. Okay. Yeah. So I want to invite you to the coolest constituency.
Not allowed.
Yeah. When ICANN starts, look for the NCUC, non-commercial user constituency. We're not hard. It's a good ground for you to start learning. We're also very liberal. You could go anywhere else afterwards.
Right?
But it's a good place to start. We are comfortable to show you the ropes.
It's on the wall.
And that's what it did to me. That's how I started.
Yeah.
You know, some guy just came to internet governance school and took me by the hand. And here I am until today. So please look up for NCUC. We'll be eager to welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Although this is not the right forum to kind of invite this kind of a thing, but this is fine actually. And NCUC, I'm also a member of NCUC. I'm also a member of At-Large, so it is not even mutually exclusive. So no issues. So Glenn tells me that we can go for another 10 minutes till 5:15. So we still have time. So Ahita, please go ahead.
So hi everybody. I'm Anika. So actually, I want to start off with a big thank you. Thank you so much for organizing and having me here. And as John mentioned, it's a very perfectly balanced, very well-structured sessions, balance between technology and society. So we had human rights, we had gender, and then we had, you also provided us with a good foundation to start off the ICANN conference with details on the NSO, GTLDs, and the updates. So that I really liked, and we also had the youth panel talking about youth engagement and internet governance. So personally, although it's been 2 years now, I find it quite challenging to get properly involved with ICANN because I am from technical background, but then the amount of skill set I have, it's not so much right now. And for me to contribute in the technology discussions, I think a lot of work has already been done. So for me to catch up, it's very challenging. And if I move to policy, there has been tremendous work already that's been done. So for me to start off reading maybe a couple of reports or because the mailing list gets very challenging again because it keeps on updating really quickly. So just wanted to know your suggestions as to how do I catch up on that.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. Where to start in ICANN? It's a perpetual problem.
Newcomers Day.
Okay, so quickly, you want to add something?
I was going to say, besides Newcomers Day, there's also bunch of webinars, and what I think a good way of starting out is the ones that Alfredo and others curated for the Atlas Street. It's a good way of getting started on the ICANN process and then talk to different people, either in at-large or in others, to see where you fit. And I think for me, got started, I have my Glenn, who was my mentor over there,
You survived.
I created a monster.
Find someone to walk you through the process. And so that I think it helps you, like, go walk with you on your schedule, figure out what, and explain to you what each session is about. And then you can figure out your interests.
So I'll come back to, I think there's a queue there. Rahul, please go ahead.
Oh, gosh, I forgot.
You forgot. Okay. Madeline, please go ahead.
Very, very quickly. I am unaffiliated. I started the business constituency. I recently left. I'm unaffiliated, and I want you not to think that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
And the second point is the best place to get a synopsis of issues is sit in those sessions where the community is talking to the board and where the GAC is talking to the board.
Yeah, the last point is particularly important.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you, the first thing is, when I said come prepared, the key is there. So you start preparing about your country, doing research, knowing the stuff. And there are calls happening. So you start following those. And that there are like wikis, things. So you start pushing yourself, commenting. People will comment you back. If you're wrong, they will comment you back, right? Yeah. So that's the way, that's the key, You cannot just go and do it. You have to come prepared, do the work, and then, go in. And when you start doing that, when people start replying to you, that's when you are right. And then you have the confidence and you can talk in the calls. So basically you need to have the perseverance as well to listen, to follow people, to understand the issues. That's how. Directly going, joining the groups and a bunch of meals coming in, people, talking about issues, that's quite complicated. So first settle down, join the groups that you're interested in, and then work on what you have, what you can bring to the table. It's very important. If you cannot bring anything to the table, then sorry, I think it's not for you. The community needs you to step up because the fellowships are there for contribution, for engagement.
Right.
But you can still learn.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to know, and you can observe at first.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Observe, come prepared.
You cannot contribute, then you...
No, I mean to say first, when you kind of go and when you are over ambitious, that's and you say something that's not wanted, then you are discouraged at times.
Right. So,
Right.
yeah, I think the point here is that you have to maybe brazen it out a little bit.
Right.
Make sure.
Yeah. So we have the last. Oh, okay. Manita, please.
I'm just going to say to Maryland's fridge magnet, I also have a fridge magnet. It says, do something every day that scares you.
Right. The last 5 minutes, any other questions or comments? Reflections?
I have a reflection.
Yes.
I want to congratulate Glenn and his team for having taken the time, because I've been working for a year almost on doing this. So I, congratulate him and.
Yeah.
Are we wrapping up?
No, we're not done. Judith, yes. I'd like to request Madeline to make some closing remarks.
So I'm really serious about what are we going to do. How many of you presently are engaged in your national IGF?
I have one, yes.
So I think we need to start thinking about this. Everybody knows what a Venn diagram is, right? Venn diagram, the three circles that touch. We need to start saying to ourselves, well, wait a minute, we're sitting in a room where's the GAC? We're sitting in a room, where's the part of the community that is local that we haven't met with yet from business? I gave you that comment about the Geospatial Data Conference for a reason. FAO has never attended an ICANN meeting. They will next time. IASD sent 2 speakers, and they are going to come to an ICANN meeting next year. Not because when you read ICANN's mission, it's easy to translate. But these are people who are going to be making decisions. So think about what's going on. There are 111 national IGFs. Some of those are regional, some regional, some are youth. What can we do to strengthen those national IGFs with messages that, and I spend less and less time at ICANN and more time on the Internet Governance Forums because that is where the building needs to take place. And I'm hoping at every meeting I convene informally with the NIR coordinators, and I will try to do that again. I'm still looking for a time. It'll probably be during lunchtime. But it's a good sharing opportunity, and it's a good way for you to build a network. And I started it because I noticed that when I walked down the hall at ICANN, people walked by past each other, and yet that was the Nepal coordinator, and that was the Bangladesh coordinator. Whoop, whoop. Did you know each other? So let's start thinking about, do we want more of this? Or do we want to find ways to collaborate, not just within ICANN, but I think that's a message that's needed as well, because there are voices at ICANN who don't understand the importance of affecting the ecosystem. And they're the well-paid voices, by the way. And we need to give the message to the board and to ICANN org staff that engagement of ICANN, they used to fund over 60 fellows. That was reduced without a lot of explanation of why. They used to have a program in the budget that funded other activities. They reduced that from, it was $220,000 a year. The community got it raised to $600,000. It was reduced back to $220,000. And that funding was the funding that could bring more people, that could fund participation in attending the IGF, that could fund people doing workshops and outreach.
Yep.
So don't just think that it's only policy if you're at ICANN, or it's only technical. It's also governance of the organization. And there I think you can make a difference because of your perspective, not just because you have a long series of meetings under your belt.
Right. So, do either of you want to add on very briefly anything?
No.
Okay. So, we have come to the end of this session. This is the last session in NASIC, so this is pretty much the fag end of the event. There's one more program, which is the concluding part. So I'd like to thank all the panelists from very senior to all the rest of us for their contributions. Thank you very much.
I just want to thank Marilyn so much for
Thank you,
for
Judith.
doing this closing panel and for being so good and flexible to reshape.
My pleasure.
And Sweetie,
Thank you.
thanks so much for coming in the last
Yeah,
minute.
we'll take it.
Glenn.
Not for him.
Please look at me, I'm the official photographer.
Oh, the official
I'm the official. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
You got the wrong camera.
If we could says he likes a big one.
I'm not gonna touch that. Me either. I ain't touching that.
He always gives me this one. Okay, ready? Smile. Glenn?
I didn't say Great, thank you. Okay. I need the organizing team to come up. This is going to be pretty quick, Adrian. Yeah, this is going to be wrap up. I need the team to come up. Judith, Alfredo, please. What's that? Okay, I just need the organizing team. Okay, it's been a long 2 days. You know, in many ways, it's good that it's 2 days because remember, many of us are going into ICANN, and that's a long stretch. Then I jump on a plane and I join. Wherever he's gone, I join him in Calcutta, and then I have to go to Singapore for the ISOC meetings. So I'm not nowhere near done. So I personally, I'm happy that it's only 2 days. So have a seat, guys. Pull up the chairs. Okay, so we're going to look for some feedback. I don't want to hear a long speech, you know, in terms of stuff. And if somebody else said it, you know, let's move along here. So we want you to, if it's a technical issue, the facility, if it's a question about the program itself, I want to pass it on to Alfredo and Judith. If there's general stuff that doesn't cover the IT and the program itself, which is a hodgepodge, I'll take that. That's your fault. Okay, so who would like to start first? Webmaster, please. Yes. Okay,
It's not over, come back.
so there was a number of people that didn't work, and I just want to go real quickly. So Adrian has been responsible for all of this, and all the responsibility of getting this organized. I've been responsible for locating location. It was supposed to be at the University of Quebec, and then at the last minute there was an anniversary, so we couldn't do it there. So we ended up doing here, and it's expensive. And the rooms are not the greatest. So, and I know it's hot. And I know everybody kept telling me it's hot. But yes, it was hot. And this room's a little cooler, but it's still hot. But Mildred on the side here, she's done a lot of stuff. This program she designed and she printed it and brought it. But the entire food program, Mildred's been responsible for. Slide transition, making sure the IT works and the slides machine stays down, or this door here. If anybody touches this door and shuts it, that's it. It's
Until tomorrow, yes.
That's it. The IT people disappear.
3 hours is like 300.
So again, the program itself really is a huge. It's a centerpiece. You know, we designed this program, and you guys say something about it because it's your design.
Well, basically, since I was the chair of the academic program for the first North American School of Internet Governance, Glenn asked me to participate, so we decided to co-chair this School of Internet Governance, Judith and I, and we worked together developing a 2-day program following the chair's instructions, of course, and some people might think that it's easy to get all of the people that you heard the last couple of days speaking and to do the logistics, the arrangements. It's not. So if you decide to volunteer to do something like this, keep in mind you're volunteering. The only satisfaction you'll get is seeing all of you willing to volunteer and to engage in whatever organization you decide to contribute and to engage with. Be it ICANN, ISOC, any field within the internet governance world. So I'm glad to see all of you still here, because some of you I know might have some other interests or ideas in your mind right now. But it's at least for me, it's rewarding to see you talking to us, talking among yourselves, and trying to see where you fit in within the internet governance world. So thank you for that.
in terms of because you completed it, he has the certificates in envelopes, and he'll be, instead of using the time now, because we'll be very short, give you a chance to get to your hotels, many of you, take a shower or whatever, change, and then we'll issue them at the reception, but we won't be a big ceremony. Anyone around will get you. Dave is another volunteer. He'll be photographing you in front of a banner. So we'll try to do it as nicely as possible. So we're not going to take the time now. Otherwise, it'll be another hour waiting for everybody to go through.
Beer certificate, right?
Beer? Yeah. You need to choose anything to do.
Certificate and then the beer.
Oh, okay.
Or water.
You have two hands.
But you know, we in terms of feedback on the program, because every single session, if you liked it or you didn't like it, if you liked the food, you didn't like the food, the accommodation, the logistics, whatever, there is a very well-designed survey which is critical that you do it. Okay, there's a QR code here and a URL. What's that?
She did.
Did you do that before or after you come
She
in?
just did it now.
Just did it.
In a few minutes that she did it.
Okay, that's great.
Nadira, did you do your survey?
Not yet. She'll do it soon.
Nadira.
The other thing that I should remind you, because I saw some of you taking pictures of the slides, they'll all be uploaded to the website in a couple of days. All the video sessions will also be there. So if you don't remember something, don't worry. You'll see it, you'll hear it, and there'll be some notes from the
Right,
session.
just curated notes, so we want to thank Satish.
Sorry?
This is necessary. You need your tag to get it for the club.
Tonight.
Yes,
Yes,
so
well, thank you.
Satish coordinated the curated notes.
Yep.
And we would like to thank Satish a lot for assembling all the curators.